Today, we are going to talk about Metaverse.
The Metaverse.
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 The Metaverse.
We are going to break it down and understand how this will impact the whole marketing ecosystem. Okay, so where to start? Well, if this is going to be real, then all the real ads like billboard or TV spot ads will just stop being profitable. First, what is this metaverse and how this will look like? Basically, this is a virtual reality. Actually, it's an infinity world full of opportunities. If you watched the movie Avengers, you'll see that Tony Stark has this pair of glasses that helps him to see these holograms, and you can create things on your own. This whole world is going to help people to create all the things that they wished in just a matter of seconds, helping not only content creators but also business owners who want to promote their products and services. In fact, this whole metaverse is going to have its economy with their currency, like they are calling now NFTs. And here people basically will transact more of a digital assets. Imagine all the things that we have right now in our real life. It can be furniture, clothing, all those things will be available in that virtual reality in a digital format that people can buy and can sell it whenever they want. And this is going to create multiple solutions. And people who have the selling skills, the marketing skills, the entrepreneurship skills, they will be able to create wealth in a much easier way, because this is going to have less limitations, like one could be where you're based, or one that is very common, how that product look like if you're an e-commerce brand, and in general is going to have a big impact, especially for the business who go into this early on. Also, let's discuss a little bit about why did this metaverse appear before we talk about how this is going to be the next marketing channel. So Facebook, or how they rebranded themselves now Meta, they've been working on this metaverse for quite a few years. They did that not only to create this new world, but also they knew in advance that they will have problems with the privacy stuff and with the outside of their ecosystem tracking. And fast forward, once their iOS 14 update, they started working much more on this project. So now every iOS user who opts out of tracking, Facebook cannot track what they're doing outside of their platforms, and it's a critical impact for their business because most of their revenue is coming from advertising. And now because advertisers cannot track accurately what people are doing on their website from their ads, it's much harder to actually stay on this platform and keep running ads. And that's why Facebook came with this word where basically they will be able to track at a much higher level. I'm talking about literally what kind of digital assets you're wearing, or what kind of furniture you have in your own space. Based on that, they will be able to provide you very personalized ads. And how this metaverse will look like? Well, imagine that you have now an e-commerce store where you're selling jewelry, and now what people can do, they can go to your website, they can see the product pictures, some of the videos, some of the description, and then based on that, if they like the product, they can take action. And now the most common objection that people have and why they are so skeptical is that they are not sure if the product will look like as in that picture. And on top of it, they're wondering about shipping, about returns. So it's quite a hassle for the customer. In the metaverse, what you can do is to create your own store. It's going to be like physical store, but in that digital world where people can literally go into that and see your products. They can take it on, they can see how it looks like, and it's much easier for them to take action at the time. After the customer is making the decision, you can send your product to them in the real world, the physical product, but you also can upsell them the digital asset. So if you have the physical product that you are selling in the real world, you can also create your digital asset that will look like in the real life, and then you can upsell it to your potential customer. So he or she can wear it also in the metaverse. Now think about your average order value, about your customer lifetime value, and also your conversion rate. All of them, they will just simply skyrocket. When it comes to the metaverse advertising, the cost, first of all, will be way less than what we see now in the Facebook Ads Manager. And that is simply because of a competition. If you go yearly into Metaverse and you start running ads, you will have the advantage to run at a lower cost, because this is just simply a formula. When the demand is high and the supply is less, always the costs to acquire that customer is smaller. Not only if you go yearly into Metaverse and you start running ads, your cost to reach 1,000 people will be way smaller, but also the placements are unlimited. Because remember, I said that this Metaverse is going to be just an infinite world. The placements where you can put your ads in front of your potential customers will be simply like a lot of placements. You can have billboard digital ads or TV spot digital ads, so the placements are literally going to be an infinite amount for advertisers. And one more thing I can say about Metaverse is that it's going to take some time until people will go into that, because often a good chunk of population, they will be skeptical about the Metaverse. And I feel that Metaverse is like the new internet, because when internet was in the early stages, a lot of people were skeptical to go into the internet. And now look at where actually the internet is nowadays. And you'll notice that people who went into the internet in the early stages, they made a great living for that. Even they actually got successful from that. So now what should we do next? Definitely we need to keep an eye on the updates from Meta and take a look at what's going on with these changes, because now Meta is still not developed enough. That's why we have to keep up with their updates, and the moment when we see that it is getting just a little bit of traction, we have to go into that as quickly as possible. And I know that some people will not agree with Metaverse and they will say that people will forget about the real life. And I can say only one thing: if this is going to be real and if this is going to work, which I believe it can, because Facebook has a lot of funds to create this, because you can complain about this, but you cannot stop the disruption, you cannot stop the speed of the changes that is going on in our world. But for now, we'll still focus on Facebook advertising, because at this moment, Metaverse is still in that testing process. So if you want to keep up with all the updates and learn about what is working right now in digital advertising space and what is going to work in the future, click on the subscribe button and click on the notification bell. Thanks for watching this video, and we'll speak soon.